Yeah, tonight for us was more than the basketball game. It was honoring one of the all-time greats, coach and his wife, and everything they did in Oxford during their time here. And so cool to have so many of his former players back in town yesterday and tonight. Wish we would have played better for Coach, but I'll say this: there was a lot of emotion attached to this game, and that's good because we're going to have to play in a lot of emotional games as we build the program to get to the point where we want it. And I was trying to explain to the guys this week, like nothing great's going to happen unless you get emotionally attached to it, and it's why on the final Monday night of the season, there's two locker rooms, and they're both in tears. One of them's in tears because they just accomplished a lifelong dream, and one of them's in tears because they cared about so much of each other, and they got right there. I've been in that locker room. Tonight, there was a lot of emotion in this game, honoring Coach, playing in the Tad Pad, which we know is an important place for a lot of people, a lot of memories. So I thought our guys did a good job, tapping into the game. We wanted to win the night bad. It wasn't a lack of effort. We obviously have a long ways to go as a basketball team, but we'll get there. But I think I was proud of our poise down the stretch on a night where some teams might have folded. I thought we actually played our best basketball late in the game, so it was a promising thing. Secondly, before Al takes some questions, I just want to recognize the crowd. This will be a night that I never forget. To me, this is an unbelievable night where we all saw what a home court advantage can do in Oxford, Mississippi. The crowd willed us to this game in a lot of ways. We fed off it defensively, and it was really great to see. And so hopefully we'll build on that. But a big-time thank you for everybody that came to this game. And our season ticket holders were really understanding because this wasn't a part of the season ticket package, but they stepped up in groves and bought the tickets. I'm very appreciative of the administration supporting this game. As a coach, you don't want to work somewhere where people don't want to try new ideas. But this game was a lot of work for a lot of people, from marketing to facilities to administration to ticketing, and we got a big football game tomorrow. So we recognize that, and we're very appreciative of administration, Oxford, just everybody, making this game possible. Any questions for Al?
Chris, it looked like you guys really turned it up defensively the last, 4 or 5 minutes of the game. They had a hard time getting shots off, it looked like.
Yeah, when we were under that 8-minute timeout, which was closer to 6 or 7, I think, than 8, then we just talked a lot about, hey, let's just be the most aggressive team. No matter what happens in this last 7 minutes, let's don't be sitting there after the game looking each other in the eyes talking about what if or I regret that. Let's just go be the most aggressive team. And I thought we did that. A lot of respect and credit to Sam Houston State. It's a good team. Have been for a long time. What Bob Marlin started there and Hooten continued. Now Mudge's turn. It's a good team. So I'm proud of the guys tonight. I think this was a good win. We got a long ways to go, obviously, but you can't deny that when it came to crunch time, we didn't back away. I thought we threw our biggest punches late in the game. We got aggressive, and it was just good to see.
I think Sam Houston had his largest lead of the game. Just going into that final media timeout, you talked about just trying to be a more aggressive team down the stretch. What else was kind of said? You just going into that final timeout.
Well, we spent a lot of time just talking about we got to win this game on defense, and I always thought we could score enough points somehow, some way, even on a night where the three wasn't going down again. But we combated that tonight by getting to the free throw line, highlighted by Al being really aggressive. But on a night where the three wasn't going down, you get to the free throw line. That's how you win. But we talked a lot just about just trying to be the aggressive team and trying to get some stops down the stretch. And credit to Sam Houston. We had some fortune late. They missed some good looks, but again, I think you got to give our guys a lot of credit. Some of those shots were contested.
You mentioned in your opening statements the team didn't fold. You felt them kind of enjoy that moment or thrive in that moment at the end. These two games this week, how important in your eyes do you feel they will be later once conference play starts?
Yeah, we'll see. From a coaching standpoint, you don't really enjoy them while they're happening, but you certainly don't want to go play your first road game or first BCS game and have a team that's never been in that moment. So for us, we're in those moments a lot in practice. We play a lot of 4 or 5 minute games, and our closed door scrimmage was a very close 40 minutes. And so, all 4 of our games this year in a lot of ways have been games that tested our composure and poise down the stretch. So we'll see. Will it pay dividends? I think yet to be determined. But I was impressed with our guys. Just kind of courage late. Like Juju not having a great night shooting it, but when we drew that up by the timeout and through the skip, he had the courage to take that shot. So I've always thought, it's about taking the shot. It's not always about making the shot. You got to take it to make it. And I didn't see any hesitancy late, which is really good to see.
Chris, from a program building standpoint, with everything that you put into this event, I mean, how important was it to get a good result, just as far as getting people to invest in what you're doing?
I actually thought about that a little bit down the stretch. You always kind of wonder what a coach is thinking about. I'm normally thinking about like enchiladas or, but no, I just kind of looked around and recognized all the work that went into this. Like it wasn't me. Like again, like a lot of Ole Miss staff have to work this football game tomorrow, and just a lot went into this game. And so, yeah, I felt like we really wanted to try to play well and win the game. I think we probably did 1 out of 2 in those regards, but no question about it. Every game on the schedule is important, period. But there are those games along the way where it's not about you, it's about somebody else. So I really wanted to honor Coach and Mrs. Evans tonight, and I'm just glad we got the victory.
You mentioned it a little bit there with Al getting to the line, but team-wide, I know you weren't happy with that last time out. Was that an emphasis for you guys tonight?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a tell of a good team. A team that can improve or adjust or do some things different from half to half, from game to game. So certainly last game out, we kind of fell in love with the three-point shot. I still think we're going to be a good shooting team. We'll see if my prediction's correct, but I thought while hitting shots last game, we weren't aggressive enough to get to the free throw line. And ultimately, to go win a big boy game in March, you got to have everything. You got to have 4 or 5 guys in double figures. We only had 2 tonight. We're looking for that 3rd, 4th, 5th scorer. You got to get to the free throw line. You got to make some shots. You got to have a low turnover game. You got to rebound. You got to keep the other team's best player from having a career night. So tonight we checked a few of those boxes, but obviously I thought we were really aggressive down the stretch, and the free throw line obviously was the difference in the game.